This product review is for a 2026 Ram 1500. Okay, this is for the Laramie 4x4 edition. This is what they call the night edition. That's why it's in black and white. But what I have here is, if you notice there's a hole. What is missing? You can see the muffler. You can see everything. So what does that tell me? That tells me as I'm driving, water will get through all of that there. And you see the top here. It's all exposed. Well, let's do a product review on that liner. Here we go. This is for the rears, both sides, left and right. And this is the product number, the wheel well. Alright, easy to install, and they even have a YouTube if you want to, but again, I am showing the installation. So basically you have a left and a right liner, and you're probably saying, why would I want to put something like this on and waste my money? Well, this is all exposed. If you live up north, this is all exposed. The only liner they give you is that little liner there and that little piece up in the front. Water, salt can get all in there and eat all that in there out. But like I said, all that is exposed to salt, mud, dirt. Everything will go up in those holes and rest there. So basically they want you to take that one out and that one out, and all these screws are gonna come out. No tire needs to come off. Make sure you know which one's your left and right, so make sure you test fit it, because I don't see something on here that says left or right, and they're not universal. And basically that's what I'm telling you. All that rust and salt. See, you can see already. It's a good thing we don't live up north. Now this here is a little bit more than just your basic person doing it. You gotta have a little bit of skills in anything. It doesn't have to be automotive, because basically you're just taking off the screws and putting everything right back where they belong. That's basically it. It is a simple, but it can be a little bit challenging. They are offering you the screw things, the flat washers, and some screws as well. So replacement screws to replace those other screws you're going to be putting back. You would put that back with that flat washer and that right there. But basically all those screws on the outside, 2 on the end, those 2 little pieces are going to come off. So let's get started. So basically what I'm saying is, you don't need to have automotive experience, but just a little bit of how to work a screw gun, how to unscrew stuff. So all these are going to come off. And it's good because you don't have to take the tire off, which makes it even easier. And again, like I said, when you live up north, all that will be rusted within a 2-year span of a new car. One thing, always power up your power tools. Now this may look hard, but it's really becoming fairly simple. Once I remove this last bolt, that's what you call the reverse mud flat bolt. You don't want to remove that. But because my gun ran out of the battery, I'm gonna have to use the old ratchet. But as soon as I remove this last one here, I can see that inner liner wanting to come off. So let me remove that off real quick. All right, now you see how I removed this off here. And there you go. And just look, all that there can be exposed. So basically what you're doing is you're protecting all of this, and especially on top of here. All right, once I remove these last two, that piece should come off, and then it should be just basically getting the other one on. All right, and this little piece here comes off. And this you could just put away somewhere, who knows, throw it away. But I would save it. All right, this looks like it has something hooked onto it, and I have to see what that is. All righty, all these ones here, I was just trying to see to fit the liner. These get pushed all on the holes on the new liner because that's what your screws are going to go into. So everything should line up hole to hole. So each one of these, make sure they get these clips. And you can put it, you gotta be careful because that's the side that gets screwed in, and the back side where it has a little lip, that is the back side. So every one of these are gonna get a clip. And then this one back here, because that's where the new liner is going to, that one doesn't have a clip. So this one here will get a clip in here over that hole. Okay? So just like it says in the instruction things, make sure every liner of the hole gets that to it there, okay? And then you'll see it. That's what it would look like underneath, and then you'll screw it right back. Now the tricky part, this here is gonna go underneath this lip, and I'm gonna have to try to show you. So these here are gonna go behind, let me back this out, behind here. So it's gonna lay flat on the inside of there. So once I get the center, which will be that bumpity bump, is gonna be the center one. And then that goes right behind there like that. So, all right, so let me line it up and push it all together. So that's what it looked like when it's all said and done. I just got to put the 2 screws in there. You see how it's covering the muffler now? It's covering the top, and it's covering more up there. All right, there you have it, guys. And look at that. Black on black. Where before, I'll show you the other side. White on black. And then, like I said, you see how that's all exposed? And I'm going to show you on the other one how it's not exposed. All that doesn't have to be thrown on there. So there it is. All that's covered. Muffler, everything. Now these here, there's a splash guard there. You don't take that off. That one you leave on. And then you just screw the rest. And I just forgot to screw that one in. But that's what it looks like. Protects everything. You see, it's not splashing all over the place. That's what these things are for. Why do you think there's an engine cover underneath your car? Why do you think there's fender covers? This is just all ways of dealerships trying to upcharge you by putting this, and you can just do it yourself. It's a little struggle, but I didn't have to take the tire off. It's just about using your brain. Anyone can do it. This does take a little long. This could take 30 minutes to an hour aside, depending on how aggravated and not aggravated and how you figure it out to do it. But that's really it. So, 2026 Dodge Ram 1500 truck. What a big difference. I think it looks really sick having the black in there. Especially your black under, it just looks like it's undercoated, protective well, and it matches good. It doesn't take away from the tire and everything, and you don't see the lift on it or anything. So until the next one, guys, see ya.